Hail, Spencer here with another figure review. As I said to you before, I'm trying to get as many of these Predators out of the way as I can, as my time is ridiculously short these days. So here we go. Today we have got the NECA Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack Predator 2 City Hunter. This guy came with a partially cloaked, I believe he's called the Berserker Predator. I do not have that Predator, and I wasn't that bothered about him, but I'm kind of looking at him and going a bit magpie, like, ooh, he looks actually pretty cool. So we shall see. No rush though, got plenty more where this guy came from. Anyway, rambling as per usual. This guy is off of the Predator 2 movie, and it's a very cool figure, very cool movie, and yeah, I really love it. I think he's one of my favourites that I've got. Now, I haven't actually watched the Predators movies in a long time. In fact, I'm going to buy them on Blu-ray shortly and go over them again. Doing all these figures just making me want to. But, you know, big fan of the series. And the Alien series. AVP 2 is probably maybe my least favourite of all the movies out. But I do really like it. And I'm loving these NECA figures. They are very cool with copious amounts of detail and effects and everything. Do have some gripes, as per usual. Of course, I have some gripes. I've been over one of my first Predator video gripe, and I'll recap on that today, but I don't want to like be a sticker about it every single time I'm talking about these. So, as you can see, this guy comes with a few more bits than the previous one. I'm not 100% if I've got these right. As I said, I got all these NECA figures second hand. I did ask the seller, like, what goes with what, and he did advise me best he could, but I've done some research on my own, and I believe this is accurate. In this 2-pack, he comes with his blade disc, his extended spear, and a collapsed spear. Could be mistaken though. It might just come with one. I'm honestly not 100%. So feel free to correct me if you know. But I figured he holds them, and I've got them, so it doesn't really matter. The figure itself is fundamentally what we're going on about. Although, having said that, these accessories are freaking awesome, and we'll go over them in a bit. So, as you can see, he's a bit different from the first Predator. I never actually noticed this from the movie, but he's got like this kind of like almost feathered armor over his shoulder, and it looks very cool. So let's have a quick zoom in on that detail. And you can see what I'm on about. See, it's got this nice, like, almost feathery, wing-tipped armor going for his back. And it's really nice. I like it. I think it's very cool. As I really love this as well. And his computer here has got a nice jagged edge to it. Very cool. And again, same as the first one, he's got his blades here, which extend quite nicely. These ones, in my opinion, are a bit wider than the first ones. I don't remember them being so close together. Or rather, I remember them being closer together. And I don't know what I've done with him. He's got this little pocket here on the side for his disc, which does fit in there, but it's a rubber, so it doesn't hold it the best. So they do kind of like to pop out. But you can see, but they're not in there that securely. It might. He says it just stays there. But that's pretty cool. The detail in this guy's helmet is really nice. It's got this very bronzy helmet on him, and I don't know if this is screen accurate, but it's very cool. It's got quite a few dents in it and holes in it, and it's got a nice like grainy feel to it, different to that last helmet that I showed you, which was just very smooth. This one's very cool. It is a separate piece to the head, but it's non-removable. See from the jawline. And he's got the armor itself is like bronze over on this side, but then silver on this side. It's all got a bit of bronze and silver throughout. Really nice. Different skin tone to the other one. Like I said, he is very dark on the back and cream on the front. This guy's got like cream bits all over. So very cool. They've almost got like leopard skin. One thing I didn't mention in the other one, I forgot, is that I like how they've sculpted the fishnets over the joint. So although it doesn't hide the joint, you can see the joints quite clearly. It's still nice that they've done that extra detail. And he's got his little, remember this is his medical thing. I could be mistaken. Actually, I think that's his medical thing. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen these films, but fundamentally just really nice figures. This guy goes commando barefoot style, whereas probably the other one had sandals. Really cool. The problem about this one opposed to the other one again is you can see those ball joints quite prominently there. There's nothing to hide that whatsoever. I kind of wish that the sculpt of his legs would cover it or something, personally, but I'm still happy that he's got the articulation, so I can live with that. So yeah, the detail on him is absolutely beautiful. Everything's really well sculpted and really well painted, but you know, you expect that with NECA. The shoulder plates they do this interesting thing. The shoulder plates on this side is rubber, so it again can go above the armour, and that's also rubber, so if you wanted to bring it forward it wouldn't be hindered. So it's very, very smart, and it looks good. Now this one does come with a little gun, but it's very tight and I don't really want to force it. But there we go. His little fusion cannon. It's only a small one. It's kind of like a whole scaly thing going on for him. He's got scaled armour on his back, scaled armour on his boots, scaled armour on his shoulders, and scaled armour on his little cannon. I'll bring that a bit. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't get it to go forward. Now I can't get it to rotate. There you go. Very, very cool. Focus. It's really well detailed. It's quite simple. It's very simple, just like that bronzy kind of colour, same as the other one. The main real colour difference is in his dreadlocks. There's like loads of different colour bands on them. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal. And all these pouches, he's got like a little mountain purse there, and then he's got another pouch on the side here, and then some loose armour here, which is all like just strung around him. Now, like I said, I've got two of these City Hunters. I don't know where the second one comes from, but the second one has an open mask, and I was contemplating do a dual review, but I'm going to do them as separate, so I'll show you that later. Okay, while I'm zoomed in, which I'm going to zoom out a little bit because this thing's massive, is his spear. His open spear is really phenomenal. I was hoping to God that it would collapse, but no, it doesn't. The paintwork in this thing is absolutely awesome. It's got some little, I don't know whether they're going to come up on camera, but just here, he's got little buttons which will activate the spear and you know, extend it out. Really nice. Jagged spikes pretty much everywhere. Painted. It's a little bit warped. Mine's a little bit arched, but it's not massive, so it's okay. But it's fundamentally bronze with a bit of black in it, and then the grip's painted different altogether. And then the closed spear, pretty much the same thing, but you know, closed. And those buttons, I've lost them. There they are. Same again. It's very cool. And then finally, an accessory that comes with is this disc, which is actually really nice. This seems to be something that's mass produced. I've got quite a few of these. Some are bronze and some are silver, but they're very, very cool. And there's a little like string on that. I don't know where you can see that. That might be what Danny Glover uses. I've got his belt around it personally. But they're very cool. Really nice to have. Unfortunately, though, you can get some hands which are kind of. Let me zoom out now. You can get some hands which are like that, and they fit in the holes pretty well. But unfortunately, he does not come with it, even though in his promotional he does. But you can still poke some fingers through. Which ones was it? There you go. It's just basically those two fingers. So he can still hold it, and it looks okay at the right angle. Like that looks fine, or even, you know. But unfortunately, it doesn't hold it properly. You'll see one that holds it properly in one of my later reviews. So, size comparison. Just dropped my tape measure, sorry about that. Oh, done that way too big now. Having fun with this review. Sorry, it's because I've got to go work in minutes. I'm trying to keep an eye on time. Okay, so he stands to the top of his helmet, just over 8¼ inches. So he stands very, very nice. Bringing in some additional figures. As I showed you in my previous one, I had the alien from Aliens 1. I've now got the alien from the Aliens movie. Just standing him up straight, and these things are massive. And then I've got Hudson from the Aliens movie. Dutch from Predator. And then Bucky Cap for Marvel Legends size comparison. So as you can see, Cap doesn't want to stand. There you go. As you can see, again, these guys tower most normal figures. While I've got the 3 in there, I actually just want to bring one more comparison quickly in. Is I have an Engineer to review after I get rid of all the aliens and NECAs, and I just want to show you how big they are, because I've never seen it before, and I thought the Engineer towered them all. But he's actually not. He's about the same size. I think, honestly, the alien from the first Alien movie might be the tallest of them all. But that one does kind of come with heels. You'll see that in my review. There you go. So that's quite interesting. Anyway, moving on to this guy. Like I said, he comes with the 2 hands. One's clasped open, one's fully open. The clasped one can hold these both fine. They just slide right in there. So that's absolutely fine. So you can get him in a pretty cool battle pose like that or something, holding his spear above his head. I think he does that in the movie if I remember rightly. And I showed you earlier, these are also extendable blades. So the amount of weapons is very, very cool. My probably gripe is these cannons. They're very cool and they've got quite a range of articulation, but they're flimsy, and a couple of them I've got have broken already. And also the rudders, they're a softer plastic, so they kind of warp a little bit, so it's a bit annoying. You can see, if I show you, see how warped that is? That's supposed to be straight, and they're really stiff to get it to go down like that. But it's fine. I mean, this is on a slide up there, and this is on a ball, so you get a little bit up and down and rotation on that. While we're on articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it can go up that high, down that far. We've got some pivot from left to right, and of course full 360 degree around. Nothing's really hindering it. Just be careful and wary of these, as they are rubber. They will probably tear quite easily. Shoulders are on ball discs. They can go up that high. Again, soft rubber armor piece there, which actually goes over top of the chest plate of the shoulder part. This one completely over top of the cannon part, so to that high. No bicep cuts. Next thing we have is, you can go around full 360 degree. Let me just get the dreads out of the way. Full 360 degrees, slightly hindered by this, but not drastically. And then we have a elbow joint, single bend of that, and that's its peak. And then as you go around, you do get less as it brings it out, but you can go around full 360 degree on each elbow. Hands are on ball discs. They can get plenty of range of up, down, and full rotations, full 360 degrees, and you've got, like I said, up and down, side to side. Yeah, it's on a ball. Nothing in the torso, nothing in the waist, or rather abdomen. Waist cut, full 360 degree, depending on if anything gets snagged, but no, that's fine. You can see. As I said, another one, they've got T-cut hips. So yes, he has a really good Spartan kick of that. Every day you don't see a Predator doing a can-can. And a split. Now, this thing I actually want to point out. You see the armour, well, it's kind of lined up to snag under there, so it's grooved. But they're 2 separate pieces, so that looks like it's one piece, and then that will slip underneath there to bring the leg up, or will come apart when you rotate it. So that's very, very cool. So anyway, same on the other side. This one just goes under or over, but I think it's meant to go under, as it looks like it fits. It's got a split of that. Now it's hindered on the leg because that's as far as that rubber piece goes, and even if it went over top, the top of the holster thing wouldn't go any much further in. So that's his split. So not as good on his right leg, but still it's pretty impressive. And as I say, it's got up 5 rotation, so you can probably get full 360 degrees around there. Just mind the mould, which just goes quite high. So you'd have to probably come right out to about there just to rotate it. Double bend in the knee. Again, a soft rubber armour piece there, so it's pretty cool. Nothing in the boot, and then finally have a ball hinged ankle, so you can get pivot from there to there with some pivot from side to side, and then a full 360 degrees around. So in my opinion, these Predator figures from the waist down are perfect. I say perfect. Like I said earlier in my video, the gripe is basically you can see the ball joints quite clearly there. If that was molded slightly to cover that, it would look, that would be perfect in my opinion. But the fact that their articulation is like really, really good from the waist down is I'm very happy with, and I really like that. I just wish their articulation on their torsos was, I don't want to say better, just different, because it's just not my preferred. Like I like ab crunches or diaphragm joints. I like them. I like having something to do in the torso, especially as these characters are normally hunched over on some kind of building or tree or something, perched over, ready to pounce on their target. So I think a diaphragm or an ab crunch would have been really good for some extra posing. And then same as what I've done here, you know, bicep joints and double elbows. But you know, that's like my fundamental gripe is going to be with all of these figures. Apart from that, I do think they are amazing, and I would sorely recommend getting these guys. I really would. I do think that if you're a fan of the Predator series, definitely pick one up. They kind of price range varies on eBay. This one in particular I couldn't tell you, but I was on eBay the other day when I got these to see how much they were worth, and there's quite a few in there, and they're pretty cool. So happy with that. And they were quite cheap. They're about, for UK, they were being posted at around like £15. So that's very, very cool. Anyway, that's my review for this guy. I hope you guys liked it. As per usual, please leave any comments below. Please subscribe, and yeah, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.